Hey everyone, I'm Garrison and welcome back to the channel. So today I am quite excited because I'll be checking out Wooah's newest single here called Catch the Stars, the MV for an all now. It's been quite some time since I covered Wooah on the channel here, not gonna lie. But as some of y'all who've been keeping up, I have been keeping up with Wooah since their debut, and more so diving extensively into their discography by doing full-on single album reviews, of course. And we've heard their B-sides. Their B-sides go crazy, and that makes me wonder, how is this brand new single is it gonna hit? You know, we've all heard from time and time again coming from B-sides tied along to their title tracks, and usually when you come through with just a single, it has to be good, the bare minimum. And sometimes singles can be so good to the point where it ends up being, at least for me, I'm not sure about you guys, the favorite title track for me by any respective artist at times. And I'm sure y'all can relate with that kind of sentiment and such. But based on the teaser pics, it seems very promising and such. But aside from that, please note, I do plan on checking out several of their covers as a whole binge at some point, so stay tuned for that. Aside from that, let's just get into this now, shall we? Alright, Wooah, Catch the Stars. I got the English captions on and all. Let's go. Oh, electronic piano here. Electronic drums too? Oh, no way! I'm loving what I'm hearing though right now. Just at the start here. The hi-hats there. Lucy there. And this must be the pre-chorus. Electronic drums again. Oh, whoa! Wow! Oh my! I love the energy in this. Oh! And most importantly, their enthusiasm in their singing too. Oh wow, Wooah in there. Nana in space. Hey. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now, guys. Woo. Just from the electric rhythm guitar to the electric drums to their vocals that are truly shining in this. Oh my cheeks hurt because oh, I just can't help but to smile looking at all these scenes and just how joyful sounding this song is. This song is mad catchy too, with the post-chorus as well. Wow! What a release, everyone! I got to say, okay, let's just say this right away here. I'm pretty sure we can all agree to this, that this is a refreshing change of pace from Wooah themselves. I mean, usually singles sometimes do that, emphasize, sometimes do that, not necessarily all the time, but this is definitely a new side to Wooah, yet a familiar side to Wooah. And what I mean by that is just seeing all the members in their respective moments in the song and together and as one throughout the scenes of this music video really shows that they could really have a great presence in their songs and music videos. I mean, from time to time, from debut until now, I just find myself just so enjoying and love and what I've heard from them, right? But also just seeing them on the screen, I was like, oh my goodness, like they're just so adorable and all. And also, most importantly, their vocals shining yet again. And then with Lucy just doing her work. And then we've heard in the past before what Nana is capable of in terms of doing rap, of course. And I've said this before in my album reviews to Wooah. It's like, I really miss with their B-sides, such as Pandora during the era of Purple, such as I Don't Miss You, or was it I Don't Miss You? I don't miss you. Yes, it was I Don't Miss You, right? During the era of a Bad Girl, where they took more of a bad girl, obviously, classy take with that era. And then Purple, it was a whole different type of ball game, and it made me wonder, how are they going to transition from this? But it's not the case of, transitioning from that. It's more so of like, oh, how can we show a new and improved side to themselves? And they clearly did that. So with that being said, this is easily a 10 out of 10 for me, guys. Truly a masterpiece, and I'm so happy to say that today because I've been waiting for a song to really take me off like that and call it a 10 out of 10 because their B-sides are truly masterpieces as well. I've been just waiting for that kind of quality in more so of their titles, right? And for this song here, once I started to listen to, I believe it was the intro at the start, and I heard the electric piano and then the electric drums, I'm like, no way, because usually you hear these instruments and such done in retro genres such as disco, which is why I clearly think and can identify this as a very disco dance track bass type of song, even messing with the pop genre as well. I've got to admit there's a good amount of pop elements in this as well. But what sealed the deal for me that made me feel like this is quite disco with it, even though this isn't like full on disco and retro-y, more so in terms of the concept and of course the music video, how everything was done and being shown, and the outfits and stuff like that. It is that electric rhythm guitar that I like to describe as that psychedelic guitar throughout my reviews, is just how the excitement is heard in the playing of that electric rhythmic guitar, and then the transitioners between the sections with electric drums, of course. But then added to it that syncopated bass line. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm hearing different kind of elements and instruments in this. And don't even get me started with the hi-hats in the back. It added more, which is quite a driving factor in some moments of the song, I've got to admit. But what clearly is evident here, I have just heard one of the best choruses of this year so far. The best chorus I've ever heard in a song so far this year. I mean, sure, this is early start of this year. I mean, but I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what they're going to put out after this, because this was really well done. I'm going to have to check out who took part in writing and composing and arranging the song immediately after my second listen here, of course, because I'm really curious who worked with Wooah on this particular song. So let's just dive back into this, and I'm going to point out the parts that I truly loved in this. More specifically, I should say, the arrangement of this song, as I've already identified the instruments and elements in this, but I'm still gonna have to, I still have some parts where I'm like, okay, I need to identify a bit more here and there. So let's just get back into it. So this is electronic piano that is heard from time to time, not necessarily only in disco, but throughout other retro genres as well. But then once we hear this, you hear those electronic drum kits, sometimes used quite heavily in synthwave as well. And that's that bass line that I was talking about that you hear in the back. But then we start to hear the hi-hats in the back that are not always done in the same way. And we still haven't heard the electric rhythmic guitar, the electric rhythm guitar yet, as it still progresses here, right? It's not the pre-chorus yet, believe it or not. And this is where we hit a section and part of the song called the refrain. I'm like, oh, wow. Usually when it comes to songs, there is sure your songs in terms of arrangement, your essence of bread and butter from intro, verse 1, or just straight up the first verse 1, right? Verse 1 into the pre-chorus. And this, at this point in the song, it should be like verse 1, right? Or the pre-chorus right away, but this is the refrain. And I like how they added a refrain in between verse 1 and also verse 2 in the song, if I recall correctly, because this is not the first time we only hear these lines here. It's later on near verse 2 as well. Every time. And then Lucy here, oh my goodness, I love Lucy's part here, even though it's brief with it, because she still shows up later in the song as well, just shooting hearts at us. I mean, all the members are. And then pre-chorus at headset with Uyeon and all. Transitioner with electronic drums. And then boom, we are hit with this bombastic chorus, which is truly the main highlight in this song. The best chorus by far that I've ever heard in this brand new year, everyone. One of the best choruses too I've ever heard in the industry, honestly. And that goes to show you how far they've come and how well thought this release was. And what makes this chorus stand out to me is not due to how the delivery is quite frantic with it and quick with it and rapid with it and so fun with it and all. It's in addition with the enthusiasm that you hear in the singing coming from the members and how they deliver the lines, and also the lyrics in this really stick and work. They're sensical at times, right? Beyond the chorus as well. And also, I think due to that verse 1, intro, verse 1, refrain, pre-chorus, and the pre-chorus, mind you, was quite short compared to verse 1, and the refrain makes this chorus stand out so much. Even other sections in this song, such as the bridge, makes the final chorus stand out. And I don't remember last time I've heard something done like that in terms of arrangement wise, where everything else makes the chorus stand out, yet everything else is so catchy, right? Wow, just, it's mind-blowing. And then I'm pretty sure we can all come into agreement here that this is like one of the most catchiest post-choruses ever. I mean, I gotta stick it up there near, I would say even the likes of Mago, I'd have to say. And Mago, if you guys are familiar with that song from G-Friend, the whole entire song is catchy pretty much. But Mago's post-chorus is catchy as well. It's up there in, like, you know, the top echelons of best post-choruses as well. Drum kit transitioner again. And again, there it goes to show you 1, 2, 3, and then back earlier on here. Hold. See what I'm saying? If that wasn't clear evidence enough, wow, what a refrain. It wasn't the only line near the start there, but after verse 2 right here with Nana. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that brief pause too, I just noticed that. 한 걸음. Just so catchy. Man, you really just can't help but smile while listening to this song and just seeing all the members having a hell of a time. And I believe right here is the bridge. Yeah. And I gotta point out, you know, throughout the years of K-pop and throughout, as for someone who's come through the older generation of K-pop and started back then with the likes of EXO, Infinite, Big Bang, and such, I've always waited on songs to like, okay, I gotta wait for that bridge or final chorus. And I like how the bridge is done quite shortly, similarly to the pre-chorus in this song. Like I said, it puts an emphasis on the chorus, and I like how the final chorus is hit here after everything, because it's the way they ended off in an extravaganza and they wrap it up so nicely, and I'm gonna point it out here. Back to that electric rhythm guitar. The vocals, the flourishing of the vocals, the uh-ohs, and that bass line riff. The riffs here wrap it up so well. Guys, I don't know what to say anymore. Literally, this is Song of the Year quality. And when I say that, guys, you know how much value that holds to me. One of the Song of the Year so far for me in the new year of 2022, everyone. Wow, gotta give it to Wooah, but I don't want to, wrap things up just yet because I want to figure out who worked on this, right? Who worked on this and how, just how? Okay, so Wooah, Catch the Stars. Okay, we found it here. So it says right here we have March or Machi. Oh my. If you guys are not familiar with Machi or March, she in the past came through with Viva La Vida Coldplay cover on YouTube. And that hit like 3 million views. And I believe she is like a singer, songwriter, a soloist herself. So, wow, what a surprise there. I totally didn't expect her to be on the written portion of this song. And I gotta give it to her because what also makes this song not cheesy is simply the lyrics, right? In some cases, it's sensical and it is so fun with it, it really sticks. It really sticks. And the one huge thing that would have not made this song for good, for what it is, it could have been cheesy and it could have hit totally differently. And thankfully, it didn't. And then on the composing side, we have Collapse Done, Lee Ha-sol, Justin Reinstein, and Anna Timgren, and pretty much all of these guys have worked with the likes of Twice. Collapse Done, I could say easily, based on my reviews, with From Is 9, my favorite girl group to date. Collapse Done was on Feel Good, We Go, and I think that holds a lot of value on its own. Like I said, Anna Timgren, I see from time to time a lot throughout my reviews. And why I'm laughed there for a second is seeing Justin Reinstein on this, because I'm most familiar of him working with my favorite groups such as SF9, but also I believe co-written Mago, which I mentioned earlier being one of the catchiest songs I've ever heard in my life throughout the entirety of it, and a really catchy post-chorus in that song as well. So I think it totally makes sense, in seeing Collapse Done and Lee Ha-sol on the arrangement side of this song. It totally makes sense why this song is so well done. But what really seals the deal is Wooah themselves. A really refreshing break from what they were doing with Purple and such, and hopefully they continue this direction and come through in the future with like a full-on mini album or a full-on album in the future. I want to keep it highly ambitious when it comes to Wooah, because time and time again they continue to impress me, and I like how they just blew me away with this song, Catch the Stars, everyone. But hey, let's just wrap things up here and stay tuned for my whole on binge for Wooah's covers. I think one of them being Lucy and Nana. They had like a duo cover of some sort. That's gonna be one of those covers that I'm gonna binge to and such. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but wow, this was a masterpiece. And yeah, be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much, and just warms my heart connecting with y'all about Wooah and all the members. Really loved how Sora rocked this era, and it was just so refreshing to hear all the members come through with a new song in the new year this early in January, literally so early, and all the members doing their own thing and complimenting each other. And I've always noticed it. I just love the overall dynamic of Wooah. But as always, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon wherever you are. This has been Garrison though, and peace.